There are three things that Satan is afraid of. And you may be wondering, why do I need to know these things? Well, you need to know these things because Satan knows things about you. That is right, because the enemy, most of the time, he seems to know more about you than you know about him. And that gives him advantage, because when someone knows about you, they can manipulate you, they can see your weakness and your strength, and they can play it against you. So I'm going to show you some of the things that Satan is afraid of to help you to know exactly how to attack back, to know exactly where maybe you might be opening the door in your life that Satan's keep on having access over your life. The first thing that Satan is afraid of the name of the Son of the living God. Yes, because that name he reminds him of how he was defeated. So it's like when a person, they are casting out evil spirit in a person. When you say other names, maybe if you use your pastor's name, apostle's name, any man of God or woman of God that you know, Satan is not going to obey. He's not going to leave that person. But when you use the name of the Son of God, you're going to notice that he's going to obey, because he recognized that name, what it did to him. The second thing that Satan is afraid of the blood of the Son of the living God. He's afraid of the blood of Christ, because he knows through the blood we gain victory. He knows the blood, it was not just any blood, it was the blood sacrifice for us. So when you are praying and you are invoking the blood of Christ, Satan is afraid of that. He tramples. Number three, another thing that Satan is also afraid of. Satan is afraid of a person who obeys God, because you have to remember that Satan is a very disobedient. He from the beginning, he does not like to obey. So when he sees a man or woman of God who obeys the ways of God, when God says this, that person obeys, they don't question it, they just do. Satan is also afraid of that, because he knows if this person is obeying, then God is going to use them more. God is going to lift them to the next level, because when a person is in disobedience, they create chaos. Do you understand? Even when you see the activity in the work of God, when you have one person who's been told do A, then they start doing C or B, it just creates that chaos. So when you are the type of person that you are obedient into the ways of God, when God speaks, you listen, you obey, and you do, you don't question. Satan is afraid of that. And Satan is also afraid of somebody who knows the word of God and practice. And you need to get this. I say somebody who knows the word of God, understand and practice, because there are many people, they know the word of God, but they don't practice it. So Satan is afraid when you know the word of God and practice it, because he knows the word is God. When you know the word of God, you start practicing it, you start living life and doing things according to God. But if you know the word but you don't practice it, he doesn't really care, because he just knows this person only know but they don't do. But if you obey those words, you practice it, Satan is afraid of that. It's extremely important for you to understand also your enemy, because many believers, you don't know how your enemy operates. You don't understand what your enemy is afraid of. You are actually sometimes afraid of him, but you don't know his weakness, his strength. When you know how your enemy operates, you can easily know when this thing is happening in my life is the enemy, is not God. You're going to actually understand how, with the season that you are working on, what season you are, what's happening in your life, how to operate. So hopefully these point has helped you. So don't forget to like, to subscribe, and always remain in prayer. Prayer is extremely important in the life of a believer. If you are truly a child of God, you need to give yourself truly in prayer. Go ahead, download my intention blueprint guide.